It's Hopalong, Cassidy.
And now, let's hear the solution from Police Lieutenant Sullivan.
Direction of Walter White, Jr. Musical direction, Serge Glisson. James Matthews speaking. This is a Commodore production. Have a hunch they'll get into plenty of action that spells trouble. Hopalong, Cassidy, starring William Boyd, is transcribed in the West under the Hopalong in California. And here's a special invitation to join them next time they ride out from the Bar 20 when, as usual... Goodbye for now. Machine.
Yes?
Well, what do you think?
I think we'd better get back to the Bar 20 before you decide to make arrangements. Yes?
Then it ain't necessarily the rain machine that started this.
No.
But, on the other hand, it could.
Go on.
Say, Hoppy,
Yeah?
wasn't there clouds gathering overhead this afternoon?
Raining.
Oh, I'm so thankful. So thankful.
Well,
Rain.
we better be saying goodbye now.
Goodbye, Mr. Cassidy.
Go on, Hopalong.
Come on, California. Let's get...
Let's clean up a bad case tonight. I'll take charge of our prisoner.
It's still raining, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Billington. It's really...
Here and feeling the rain on me.
Yes. Yes, Martha.
What about you, Slim?
I'm all right, Mr. Cassidy. Well, you certainly helped me.
Well, maybe not. California and I'll go ahead and send horses back for you.
Oh, that'll be fine. Meanwhile, I think Father will enjoy just staying right here.
I've done it. My machine works. Do you hear me? I can make it rain.
Can we help you down the trail, Miss Billington?
Well,
I don't think they better try to walk.
All right, Father.
Feel all right. Well, I'm the happiest man in the world. Can't you hear what these men are saying? It's starting to rain. I've done...
Father, are you hurt badly?
Rain? Did somebody say rain?
My Jiminy, it is starting to sprinkle. I can hear the drops hitting my head.
You feel hurt?
He's just dazed, I think. I can't tell in the dark.
Well, don't light no more matches around here. This whole mountain must be gunpowder.
Why, it's starting to rain.
Hoppy! Hoppy!
Is that you, California?
Yeah, that's me. I mean, this is me.
Mr. Billington is here.
I have a match.
Here's one.
With the touch of this match, civilization will acclaim...
You get back.
Right in here, Mr. Cassidy. Now, close that door tightly. Well, I mean...
I'll go in the control room with you, Mr. Billington, if you like.
Delighted, my friend.
But Hoppy...
There's a lot of dynamite around here. It's such a risk, Mr. Cassidy.
Hurry up. The rest...
No one has worked any harder than I have. And in a few seconds, the world will have the greatest gift science can give it. Rain.
Danger.
Not if you get over beyond that bridge.
What's my father in that control room?
I don't know.
All through the ages, man has sought a way to make it rain. I must get to the control room quickly. When the giant wheel reaches the top, the great moment will be at hand.
Mr. Cassidy, isn't there great...
The colleague has just informed me that everything is in readiness.
But what do you mean?
The machinery is already in motion, Martha. There's no choice but to go through.
Father.
Martha, did you come up to see the climax to all my years of work? Tonight I will see success. My esteem...
Who's coming down that ladder?
Father.
Come on over here, Mr. Billington. And you, Joe, up with your hands and no trick.
I give up, Cassidy.
Oh, Father.
Doggone, fooling me that you was coming up here to settle down.
Mr. Cassidy, you're not hurt. I'm so thankful.
You'll be more thankful to see someone else.
But we came up here to get in trouble.
We came here to stop illegal liquor traffic. And as I suspected, those reward posters were code signals to the runners.
Well,
This, California, is Mr. Slim Davies, U.S. Deputy Marshal, under whom I've been working.
You mean you knew all the time about this? What? Well, all right, Hoppy.
How are you, Slim?
Oh, I guess I'm all right, Mr. Cassidy.
You got me worried for a few minutes.
Say, what a minute.
Taking a nap. See how bad Slim's hurt.
Looks like he's just winged.
Bring him over here and I'll introduce you.
Insert.
Safely down that ladder.
I'm coming. Don't shoot. Hoppy. Is that you?
Yeah, I told you I'd make enough noise so you could find me.
Yeah, but where was you for the last 15
Illusion.
You up there on that tower. I got you covered.
I give up. Don't shoot.
I'll keep a beat on you till you get Mr. Billington.
High up on Eagle Nest Mountain, the Rainmaker's giant machinery ticks closer to that uncertain moment of explosion.
Up and be quick.
Slim! Joe, come and help me. You were never quite quick enough on the draw, were you, Slim?
Covered weapon, drop that gun.
Huh? Cassidy, where are you?
Put your hand.
Me? Why, you dirty
The
double-crosser.
rest of you aren't worth saving anyway.
You planned it this way. You never meant for us to get away.
Now you're getting the idea.
What a rat you are, Wetzel.
You cover Joe while he goes up to the tower. Cassidy's pal will still be around here.
Where are you going?
I'm getting out of here. There's too much powder on this mountain to suit moving. Now I'll go up to the tower and bring the old man down.
Well, I don't know why it has to be done this way.
Hey, Slim, is that you?
Yeah.
Snap into it. Tie those things down.
Why was that machinery started before we're off this mountain? I don't like it.
I know the timing. Let's just keep...
These months I wanted to set it off.
All right, Joe.
Charge? That'll go too.
Well, all right, but hurry. That machinery's in motion, and the old man's the only one who knows how to stop it.
Yeah, and he ain't going to. Not after all.
His own gun.
I'll go dump him in the tank where the girl was.
No, I don't think it's better.
It'll be easier that way. I put a separate charge under the funnel. When you bring the old man out to set the final...
Good work, Slim. There. I bet it's the first time Cassidy's ever been slugged over the head with it. We know when we're beaten.
Keep your hands high and no trick.
He comes out into the open. Drop on him. Okay. I'm coming out, Cassidy. We give up.
All clear. All right, boys, I'm ready to set a match to this.
Wait a minute, Cassidy. Slim, climb out of the window and get onto that big overhanging branch of the tree. And then was that unlocked?
I didn't have a chance, Wetzel.
You wouldn't set that off, Cassidy. Not with Martha in the tank.
California.
Yeah, Hoppy, where are you?
You got the girl out of the Wetzel. I'll set a match to this keg of powder.
Take another look, Cassidy. Sugar won't explode.
This sugar will. I rolled this keg over from the powder house.
Head behind that rock.
That's just his hat. If I know anything about the way Cassidy operates, he's somewhere else.
Come out of that.
The way that guy out there can we ain't fighting ordinary people.
Darn right we are. That's Cassidy.
There he is now. All right, I get it.
Spotted. Keep down.
I'd feel a lot better if we stuck together.
It's just dark enough to show these boys how to play the old Indian game.
Of course, then it might start to rain and me without my overshoes.
Well, you can always take off your hat and soak your head. Looks like we've got there.
Then where'll I find you?
I don't think you'll have any trouble. In a few minutes, I have a hunch it'll be easy to find where I am.
Oh, gosh, I hope that contraption don't go off while we're up here and be around to take care of you.
I'll try to manage. Now, you go around behind the tower and see if you can find some back stairs that might not be guarded. I'm sure the old man must be... Yeah, that wheel is moving. Looks like this means quick action or this whole mountain will blow up. We'd better separate.
We had?
You're not afraid, are you?
No, I just wanted to... Floppy, you hear that? They've set some of the contraption in motion. Steps and see that the old man is locked in the tower until we're ready. And then come and help me load the pack horse. If Cassidy's going to get snoopy.
Cassidy?
Yeah, rancher from the Bar 20. Always going around and getting at everybody's business. So this is how we're going to handle it, Slim. You set the dynamite with... Slim, we got to work fast tonight. Martha's been talking. You know what that means.
Yeah.
This has been a good spot, but we've stayed around just about as long as we can. A special situation.
We done all right, huh?
Carry her inside the tank, Joe.
Sure, boss, sure. She don't look this heavy.
Nicely done, man.
What's up?
Hello, boss. Didn't know you were
I
around.
know you didn't. I was following Martha up the trail. I just wanted to wait and see how you'd handle it.
There. I guess that's done. Let's wait for her right here. I can handle her. Quiet now. Well, don't make no difference, though. Wetzel says to shoot.
He said to shoot to scare her. He ain't never said to kill her.
Maybe you're right.
Well, I can draw a bead on him as they come over this rise.
Hey, look. Look through here. Isn't it a woman?
Uh-huh. That must be the old man's...
There's a rustle from behind the tower.
Okay, let's go over and take a look.
Hey, wait a minute. There's somebody coming up this front trail. That must be what we heard.
Yeah. Better go. We better be quiet from here on and stay close to the ground. There appears to be quite some activity around the tower.
If it ever brings one drop of rain to this here desert, I'll set right down and eat the boots off in my feet. Spurs and all.
Well, we haven't much fun back in California. Well, they say one generation laughs at what the next generation invents.
Well, I think this is good for a big long laugh.
See, the rain-making machine.
Carnation, did you ever see a crazier-looking contraption? Why, the way that big lever's swinging back and forth...
A lot of work has gone into that path. The jackrabbits have beaten.
Well, I'm all for giving it back to him. Hey, look, Hoppy, look. See that there thing up on top?
Yeah, that must be good.
Ain't there an easier way to get up this mountain?
I was afraid the mainsail will be watched too closely. This would be denied.
Sure, but right now I'm wishing I hadn't. If a man was supposed to walk, he would have been born with 4 legs.
This exercise will do you.
Stern emergency can't wait till we've had our chow. My insides were so empty, even them beans smelled good.
Did you tie the horses up good? Stopper's pretty
Clearly indicate he'd rather get into trouble at a more convenient time.
I don't know why these...
California are making their way up Eagle Nest Mountain to pay a visit to the Rainmaker. But as California's muttering... Hopalong... Eagle Nest Mountain, here is a word from your announcer. Before we continue with the exciting story of the Rainmaker...
California and I are going to have one sweet time tonight. Sugar. I wouldn't worry about any explosion with this stuff.
What's it all about?
I have a hunch, Miss Martha, and if I'm right, Well, look at this. White gunpowder.
Why, I didn't know that.
It tastes good, too. Just as sweet as...
Oh, please be careful. I never go near the stuff.
It's all right. I've handled it before.
I'm so afraid my father will get hurt.
Do you mind if I have one of these kegs?
Of course not. His experiment, but never so much as this before.
Well, there's nearly a wagon load stacked here now.
They must be getting ready to do something terrible. But everything is kept so secret now.
Miss Martha, these kegs of dynamite here on the porch.
Oh, my father's always used them.
What men?
Oh, Mr. Wetzel's assistant.
How many are there?
3, I think. He says they're metallurgical students.
Pick them up?
No, I guess he does it at night. And all the men make such light of it. They won't even take them down after he's posters. Why, those men are his friends. And now every week or so there are more of them tacked up on the trail into town.
Have you ever seen him?
The years of work he's put in on that rain machine have taxed him, but now he seems to be doing such terrible things.
Like what, miss?
All those rewards to see him. Next time I'll try it at night.
But that might be pretty dangerous.
My father's always been a little preoccupied, and... Oh, Mr. Cassidy, they try to tell me it's my father shooting at me. I just can't believe it.
Don't believe it when it's Wetzel telling you.
I won't stop until I get...
The mysterious shots are fired at you.
Why, yes. How did you know?
Our friend and I are riding into town and saw that little foray this afternoon.
Help him. Why, now my father stays up on that mountain day and night. Sometimes I get so desperate I try to get up to see him.
And when you do, that's what I figured. But don't tell me your father has to sneak around his own house.
Oh, I don't know. He might. He hasn't been the same since Mr. Wetzel came here and offered... Father?
It's me, Cassidy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cassidy. I'm so glad you came back. I wanted to talk with you. Who is it?
Couldn't be ornery then. But be careful, Hoppy. First, they can hear you a mile.
I never take off my spurs unless I'm going to take off my boots. And I'm not going to take off my boots.
All right, go ahead, me Tessie, from a cup of plain coffee.
I'll be back the time it's ready. If I don't get blown back.
Yeah, Hoppy, better take off your spurs.
And be sure to put a little water in the coffee. I like coffee you can pour.
You insinuating I ain't a good cook? You just can't tell a cup of day. Yeah, the little horse and... Say, what'll it be tonight, Hoppy? Pork and beans or beans and pork?
Let's have both.
I was afraid you might be settling down. Well, let's see. I know the little man, and he's shooting her off the mountain.
I wouldn't judge him from Wetzel's story. This adds up to trouble, California. But I don't know quite what kind. Back to the sheriff's house and try to get word to Miss Martha. You know, I don't like that setup.
Can't blame you. That Wetzel ain't exactly friendly, and that poor gal with her father. Hoppy, do you want me to stake the horses out or cook up some grub?
Both. While you do the chores, I'm going to slip... Since it's a rain.
I wish you would, Mr. Cassidy.
Persist in nosing around Eagle Nest Mountain. They'll take you out of here in a box.
But I like it around here. Think I might start a little ranch once it's up. But you'd better be careful smoking that pipe that's sticking out of your pocket. Might blow your head off and make some people awfully happy.
I warn you, Cassidy, if you... They contain dynamite for the experiment. So you'd better not be around here lighting any matches unless you want to be blown out of town.
Oh, I don't smoke. Can't help being interested in this great experiment of Mr. Billington. He certainly requires a lot of supplies, doesn't he?
If you're referring to these kegs on the porch, you'd best be on your way. You've caused enough stupid trouble already nosing into everything.
We've apologized for the trouble, Mr. Wetzel. But we give you, miss. You go right on with your cooking. But don't work too hard. You already look windblown and dusty.
Yes,
Gentlemen, if I may suggest it.
Daughter.
Yes, my father's working so hard on that experiment.
Be cozy up there, trying to make it drizzle and shooting at people, even his own.
Well, don't let us disturb. I'm Hopalong Cassidy.
Well, hello, Mr. Cassidy. This is a pleasure. I'm Martha Billington.
Hoppy, this is the gal we
You
saw.
must be the rainmaker.
My reward money.
Well, it's just that he usually...
What's the trouble?
Oh, there's no trouble. Get on with your cooking.
All right.
How do you do, miss? Well, that's interesting, but I don't believe I mentioned the incident. Did you tell Mr. Wetzel about the shots we heard in California?
I ain't had a chance to tell him nothing. He's too busy doing me up.
That we passed on the way into town?
Yes, and you mustn't think anything about the shooting you heard. The old man always tries to frighten people away when they come too close.
Well,
He-
rode down.
Yes, the rain-making machine is on the top of Eagle Nest Mountain.
Rain in the desert?
Is that the one with the sharp peak?
And I'm Wetzel. I came here to work with Mr. Billington on his scientific experiment. I just rode down for supplies. And now, if you'll excuse me...
But just keep this bum out of my place. I'll put ant poison in his next cup of java.
Incidentally, my name is Cassidy.
How do you hide?
Turn the men loose, California. Our apologies, gentlemen. My friend here was taken in, as you can understand.
Sure.
Oh, of course not. He posts those reward signs constantly. And all the people with intelligence know enough to just smile at them.
I ought to take my $600 out.
Around here, and the citizens just elected Mr. Billington honorary sheriff in view of his great efforts to bring rain to this desert.
And he ain't even a real sheriff?
Alone in the first place.
But then reward post.
I've explained to your stupid friend 3 times that it's all a mistake. You see, we have no need of any real law. Turn your prisoners loose immediately.
It's about time.
Well, if this ain't the
Back
dog...
to what the man says, California.
Hoppy.
I told you to leave.
Grown quite eccentric.
He can grow whatever he wants, as long as he gives me the reward.
Oh, I've argued with you long enough, lout.
Loud.
This gun in my hand says you'd better... He hasn't been home here in 2 months.
What kind of screwy
The sheriff has been working so consistently and constantly with his rain-making machine that he's...
I'm hanging on to them until I see the sheriff. Then, if you ain't him...
Now, this is ridiculous.
you're liable to have a long wait for the sheriff.
will I slug 'em good, sheriff?
Untie those men immediately and stop calling me sheriff. My name is Wetzel.
Let those buzzards fly the coop, which you offers a reward for.
What?
Tell this man to turn us loose, Mr. Wetzel.
I'd like a chance to settle
Ain't
this
I
with 'em.
caned you two down enough yet? I've got a classy pair of boots to remember it by.
Yes?
Howdy, Sheriff. I'm California Carson. I got a dangerous bunch of outlaws here. Stop chomping around like that. I've seen wild horses better behave.
I tell you, we ain't gonna forget this.
No, me neither. Get along, little doggy, get along, little doggy. I'll drive you up there just like a bunch of doggies. Oh, boy, if the folks back there in town could only see me now. Oh,
Get this over with.
walk. Who said anything about us walking? You do the walking. Ah, get going. I'm getting on my horse and I'm moving Paddy towards the sheriff's house. Huh? This is the easiest money I ever made.
Well, let's get to walking and get...
Don't pay no attention to them.
That's all a gag.
I'm laughing, all right. Most ain't the thought of that $600.
You'll be sorry for this, Biggie.
Get money. I seen your ugly mugs tacked up to a tree just out of town.
Oh, those posters. Why, you leather-headed fool.
So much temptation. Get your mitts in the air, you two.
What do you mean by
Get
that?
'em up quick, I said.
Well, now, if it's money...
It's money, all right. Reward.
Oh, spaghetti, I guess.
Did he call you Griff?
Well, sure.
Griff Jessup?
That's right.
That settles it. A man can just stay.
Yeah?
Cup of jobber.
They're coming right up.
Well, hello, Bud.
Well, howdy, Griff. What'll it be?
And don't do anything.
But, Hoppy, no, wait a minute. Gosh darn it. Spoiling my easy money. Hey, you,
These are all prominent men in this town.
I ain't interested in the social standing. It's the price they'll bring.
I've got a hunch. You wait here. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Why?
Is that so?
This is going to be handy-dandy. Get 'em all in 5 minutes. It'll bring us about, let me see,
But
about...
California's something funny about all this. Mr. Bloom, did you ever hear of a fellow named Griff Jessup?
Of course. He runs the Buckhorn Bar across the street.
Hear of Lou Jackson?
Why, sure. He owns that barber shop over there.
You get him, Hoppy, and I'll go after the hair clipper.
Don't be so fast, California.
You tell him to throw his hands up quick, Hoppy.
Shh, not so fast. Been in this town long, Mr. Bloom?
Almost 10 years.
Get him, Hoppy, quick.
Ever. Howdy,
Hello.
Mr. Bloom.
Well, that's right. What can I do for...
Hoppy, that's the lump that was worth $100, remember? Here's our first reward money.
Well, let's have a look.
lonesome.
Here's an eating house. Bud Bloom's place. How about a cup of coffee?
Did you say Bud Bloom?
Well, that's what it says over the door.
You have ridden into Eagle Nest and find there's not much of a town to welcome them.
The Eagle Nest sure looks like a good place to feed.
Now back to Hopalong Cassidy and the story of the rainmaker of Eagle Nest Mountain. Hoppy in California.
Money for a new pair of boots?
Well, come on, then. A woman. Maybe we had better have a little talk with this advertising sheriff in Eagle Nest.
Now you're talking like the old Hoppy. And I can use some of that reward.
Oh, she's out of range now, so you can relax.
What do you say we get out of range then? We ain't get much cover here.
You know, I don't like that shooting young she.
Well, darn be damned. Why dagnab them dirty...
California.
Taking pot shots at a gal. Let's see if this'll tone him down a bit. There he goes. There he goes now.
Are your eyes really that bad?
Huh?
That's no he, it's a she, and a very...
Listen, I judge that must be the target coming up the trail now.
Come on, let's get out of sight.
Hoppy, it's just natural for a man like you to want to clean out these parts.
Well, either somebody aim was awful bad or we aren't the target.
Nothing.
Come from over toward that mountain. Maybe it's somebody shooting at a rabbit.
I may have a funny pair of ears, but I ain't no rabbit. $100 award for grip. Just...
I told you I'm not interested.
But gosh, Hoppy, that ain't alfalfa. Who's shooting at us? We ain't interested. But you sure can throw money away. Look, 2 more notices painted in them rocks. Must be plenty of trouble around here. Says 5 Hoppy. Look over there in that bush. Another one of them reward posters. $100 for the capture of Bud Bloom.
I'm not...
To pick up a quick 50, huh?
No, California. I just want to settle down.
But, well... Hey, skate sheriff. If I was that Lou Jackson, I'd get managed over. Lumping me off at a price like that. Say, what do you say, Hoppy? Won't hurt. Reward poster. Maybe Eagle Nest ain't so dead as I thought.
$50 reward for Lou Jackson, the sheriff at Eagle Nest.
Cheap
in a while. You know, a chance to sort of hibernate.
It's bears what do that, not humans. Uh-oh. Look at this.
Maybe not.
I always figured you'd die with your boots on. Not out in the desert swatting flies.
Oh, man needs some peace and quiet. One punch Eagle Nest is it.
I'll bet it don't even show on the map. Of all the local ideas I ever heard, this is it. Hoppy, maybe you ain't the man I thought you were. Settle down in a spot like Eagle Nest sure surprises me.
California, I always said I'd find a quiet place and kind of retire, didn't I? I got up.
Hoppy, I never figured it would happen like this. You thinking of deserting the bar 20 to...
Hopalong Cassidy and Andy Clyde as California. Now here they are in the exciting story, The Rainmaker of Eagle Nest 100 times in your local theater. These famous partners come riding into radio just as you've asked for them. William Boyd is the figure of the early West, Hopalong Cassidy. The same Hoppy you cheer in motion pictures with the same California you've laughed at. The jingle of the silver spurs heralds that action and suspense out of the Old West. Comes the most famous hero of them all, Hopalong Cassidy, starring William Boyd.